Hey, what's up, everybody? How we doing? Matt here with OddsJam. We have no NBA tonight, which is unfortunate, but we do have a full slate of other sports, including the NHL. So specifically in this video, I'm going to be giving out my best NHL DFS plays for today. So specifically going to be looking at PrizePicks, and I'm going to give you 5 player props to lock in for specifically for PrizePicks. If they all hit, you 20x your money. Sounds pretty fun. So let's get into it. Let me zoom in for a second here. And the plays that I'm going to be locking in, just going to be using the OddsJam positive expected value page. The way it works, OddsJam provides the number, the Novig odds that's pulled from all of the different sharp sports books in the world. So these numbers you see here on the Novig odds are going to be pulled from the sharpest sports books in the world. Excuse me, that's a tongue twister. And we're going to be viewing them as the true line of what a market should truly be priced at. If you want a longer explanation on positive EV and where this number comes from, I would recommend checking out the positive expected value video that I came out with last week, just explaining why it's such a powerful tool. So I'll save the time on this video and just get right to the picks. So going to be giving out, like I said, 5 specifically on PrizePicks. The first one that I'm going to be looking at here is Nazem Kadri under 3.5 shots on goal. Hopefully I didn't butcher that person's name. Not super familiar with hockey, but the implied odds of a PrizePicks 5-leg entry is 119 per leg. It's kind of cool the way you can kind of do the math behind that. So the way PrizePicks works, I'm sure you're aware of how it works if you're watching this, but it's basically it's a parlay, right? If you're just looking at it in terms of like normal sportsbook lingo, it's a parlay of player props. The more plays you add, the higher your payout is. Obviously, the major difference in PrizePicks is that it's the same exact payout no matter what plays you are adding. So no matter what, if you add 5, it's going to 20x your money. So if I bet 20, I'm going to win 20 times that. So like 400, I think is what that math comes out to. And so the cool thing about that is now that we know what the payout is for each entry, we can find out the implied odds for each individual leg as well. So for a 5-leg one, it has the implied odds of minus 119. So I put in minus 119 on this parlay calculator here, and we see parlay odds pretty much plus 2,000, 20x your money. So the implied odds of minus 119, any player prop that has a Novig line more favorable than 119, it's going to be a good play to add. Like this one, Novig odds have it at minus 139. This one's insane. This is definitely the best one of the group. So if you only want to do like a 2-legger instead of a whole 5-leg, definitely add this one. And look at where the other sportsbooks price it. This is the most important thing. Anything that shows up on the OddsJam positive EV page, it's going to be positive EV. But the additional work that you can do if you are using OddsJam is just click into a play and pull up where every sportsbook is pricing it. So in this case, look across the board. The closest one is minus 150. We have minus 160s across the board. Just insane value on this one, using it at PrizePicks to get it at minus 119 of those implied odds. So this is going to be the first one. The next one is going to be Elias Pederson over 2.5 shots on goal, implied odds minus 119, Novig line minus 128. And again, compare the rest of the sports books. Bet Rivers, again, is a little bit close at minus 125. This would also just be a good positive EV bet, only if you're just taking it on Bet Rivers alone. But look at the other books, right? Minus 138, minus 143, minus 140, minus 135, minus 137. For player props, the 3 main sports books that I look at to kind of quote unquote set the market is Pinnacle, BetOnline, and DraftKings. DraftKings actually does a really good job at pricing player props. So they are one that we use to kind of quote unquote set the market for player props. And then it's Pinnacle and BetOnline as the 2 sharp ones as well. So if you're an outlier to those 3 books, that's going to be a good play. The minus 119 implied odds this is my second one. The third one, this is actually an underdog. So if you want an underdog play, Victor Olofsson over 2.5 shots on goal. This is not a play on PrizePicks. They offer it at a different number. So the next PrizePicks one, Lucas Raymond under 2.5 shots on goal. Novig line of minus 127. And same thing here. Closest book is Bet Rivers. Across the board, minus 151, minus 149, minus 145. In the minus 150s across the board. Awesome play here. This is my third one. Lucas Raymond under 2.5 shots on goal. Next up, Roman Josi under 3.5 shots on goal. Same thing here. No big line of about -126, and just compare all the other sports books, right? If you're that big of an outlier across literally every other sports book, that is a mispriced line, right? If you're just looking at this logically, if you're just blanketly, you don't know anything about anything, if you're just looking at a blank screen, this -119 is going to stand out as a clear outlier. And the most likely scenario is that all of these sports books that have it priced the exact same are correct, and the implied odds that PrizePicks is giving you for a 5-player entry is incorrect. So this is going to be my fourth one. And then lastly, Zach Hyman under 3.5 shots on goal -119. Same logic here. I don't want to beat the bush, but you understand, right? And across the board in the -140s, -150, getting these implied odds -119 is just insane. You can find some ridiculous value if you're using PrizePicks, which is why I think it's such an awesome tool. So these are going to be my 5 plays to add to my, my 5-player prop entry for PrizePicks tonight, the 20x my money. And then if you want to use OddsJam, there's a couple other plays here if you want to maybe split these up in like a bunch of 2v2 or whatever. But as you can see, the OddsJam positive EV page, there are a ton of plays. So make sure to go check it out. Sign up for a free trial if you haven't yet. Use the strategies that I talk about, but that's it. So I appreciate you guys watching, and have a good one.